While athletes may be heroes on the court, field, or whatever they play their sport on, they are still individuals that make mistakes. And that's why I thought it would be a good idea today to take a look at athletes who cheated on their partners. Because if there is one thing that always stands the test of time, it's a big-time athlete not being faithful to their partner. Let's get started. Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony and Lala Anthony were together for the bulk of Carmelo's peak when he played with the Knicks, and as a result, the two became sort of New York's power couple. Significant strain was put on their relationship, however, when rumors that not only was Carmelo unfaithful came out, but that he actually got her pregnant as well. The rumors started a weird sort of domino effect that led to some rocky times in their relationship before the two split pretty recently. Nothing like a little cheating to really ruin the mood, I guess. Dwayne Wade. D. Wade and Gabrielle Union have a great relationship today. Their playful nature with one another makes them one of the most fun couples to watch do anything, really. It's so shocking to look back on their engagement and the fact that Dwayne was not always the faithful and loving father he is today. Dwayne and Gabrielle's wedding plans came to a screeching halt when it came out that Dwayne was not being honest with Gabrielle, and the revelation shook them to their core. It seems that they are well past all that now, though, and I, for one, am glad that the two were able to patch things up. LeBron James. Now, this one is a little more elaborate, but that kind of makes the whole situation weirder. I'll explain. So, LeBron and his wife Savannah have never talked publicly about him cheating, and honestly, it would be surprising if either did. It feels like Savannah is okay with her husband stepping out every now and again, something that most athlete wives are more lenient about as long as he keeps things on the down low about it. Besides the Rihanna rumors that have floated around for years, LeBron has been caught asking women at the White House for their number, dancing with women at the club, and more. So while I doubt we hear about LeBron's cheating anytime soon, it feels like it's just LeBron's desire to keep things quiet and Savannah's willingness to do so that is keeping more stories from getting out. John Terry. John was the captain for Chelsea's soccer team a few years back, and he got himself into a super awkward position because of his cheating. John was caught having a 4-month fling with a model who just happened to be a former girlfriend of one of his teammates. Okay, well, if that's it, that's not too bad. Well, the mistress also happened to be his wife's best friend too. The whole situation was a mess, with most looking on, wondering how John thought he would ever be able to get away with it. David Beckham. David Beckham was probably the most recognizable name in his sport for years in the United States before soccer started gaining rapid popularity here in the 2010s. David had a storied career with some of the biggest clubs in the world, and I guess that sort of went to his head a bit. Even though he had already been married to his wife for 5 years, Beckham began an affair with his personal assistant while playing for Real Madrid, and it didn't take long for reporters to start making rumor articles about him. Both he and his wife just kind of ignored the allegations, and his wife Victoria Beckham wouldn't go on to talk about it at all until she wrote her first book, in which she calls it one of the hardest times of her life and something they had to work through together. Antonio Cromartie. You may know Antonio Cromartie from his playing days in the NFL as a prolific cornerback who played well into his 30s. You may also know Antonio as being a man with enough children to man an entire NFL unit with 12 kids from various mothers. In 2010, Antonio married model Tarika Kaysen, and to say their relationship is rocky would be a massive understatement. Cromartie was not faithful to his wife, or even really good at hiding it, and a series of cheating rumors led Kaysen to text her husband that she would be ending her life and that she felt there was no other choice. Antonio, rightfully freaked out, rushed to his home to try to save her, only to see her sleeping soundly with her 2 children in their bed. The plan was to get some more attention from Antonio, but instead he had her temporarily committed to a psychiatric facility. Today the two have patched things up, but talk about a wild time for them both. Eugene Robinson. Cheating is an embarrassing scandal that can often affect every facet of your life, including your play. That was the case for Eugene Robinson, who was arrested the night before his Falcons were set to play in the Super Bowl because he approached an undercover cop and offered her $40 to give him oral sex. He was arrested, and although he was able to play in the Super Bowl, the incident clearly rattled him. Eugene would issue a series of apologies to his wife, obviously, as well as the team, the NFL, and his family. Cheating is one thing, but getting arrested the day before a Super Bowl is a real public ordeal that I'm sure wasn't very fun to go through. On the bright side, at least he was able to make it to the big game after all. Kobe Bryant. This one feels weird to talk about after Kobe tragically passed away in early 2020, but his cheating scandals are actually an important aspect of both his life and marriage. Kobe's sexual assault case, which was settled out of court, may have sullied his reputation for a while, but it was the separation from his wife Vanessa in 2011 after a slew of cheating rumors that really forced Bryant to reevaluate his life. The two ended up reconciling, and Kobe matured from an amazing athlete to an amazing father and husband. While it's sad he had to cheat on his wife to learn that lesson, his marriage with Vanessa was considered one of the strongest and most inspiring in the league for many years. Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson married Khloe Kardashian and essentially entered into one of the most public marriages in the NBA immediately after. Tristan befriended fellow Kardashian spouse at the time, Kanye Kanye West and was currently a member of the NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers too. So I'm saying that life was pretty good for the center that was a little more than a hustle player. Things went from good to very dramatic though when Tristan was caught cheating with Kylie Jenner's friend Jordan Woods, another Instagram model who was pretty close to the Kardashians. Tristan got reamed out by the whole family and Jordan was basically exiled from it all. Flash forward a few months though, and lifelong friend Jordan was still pushed to the side while Tristan was taken back by Khloe, even as more rumors swirled. Weird logic, but whatever floats your boat, I guess. Tiger Woods. Along with Kobe, Tiger's scandal came at the peak of his popularity and resulted in a series of unfortunate moments that I'm sure he would like to forget. Tiger was not only cheating on his ultra-successful supermodel wife, but was doing so with hundreds of women across the country. We were introduced to the story with Tiger's wife smashing his car window with a golf club, and then Tiger crashing his car shortly after, and the story just ballooned from there. Years after the divorce, Tiger discussed that he had a sex addiction, and that he feels deep remorse for his actions to his wife and their child. The scandal rocked the sports world, as Tiger went from a trustworthy guy to a sleazeball in just one night. The media turns on you fast. Tiger has since dated Olympic skiers, models, and more, but cheating rumors in his past continue to haunt him, as he hasn't been able to settle down since. Tom Brady. Like LeBron, Tom likes to run a pretty tight ship when it comes to public image, but back in 2006, Tom was barely a household name, despite having already won a ring by that time. Tom and his pregnant partner had recently separated, and Tom had begun dating the woman that he would end up spending his life with, Giselle. Many today dispute the timeline of all this, though, and a lot of people believe that Tom was seeing Giselle before breaking up with his girlfriend at the time. I doubt we ever get to the bottom of this story, but it would be a real bad move if he was cheating on his pregnant girlfriend just to dump her. And that's all for today's list. Are there any cheaters that we haven't mentioned? Was there an entry that surprised you or that you forgot about? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Bye, guys.